Welcome back to another HVAC Engineering Techie training video. Remember that these training videos are educational in nature and intended to help you with your career. Also remember that this channel, HVAC Engineering Techie, it talks all things HVAC, from engineering design, construction equipment, systems, which this is part of the system course, tab, controls, efficiency, and performance. So today's lesson is on HVAC package special heating systems. This is kind of when you're doing a package job and you need to use these special heating systems, they're all electric, and this covers those. So don't forget to become a subscribing member if you haven't already. Just hit that subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up for the videos. It's totally free to you. It's painless. Doesn't cost you anything, and no one will ever bug you. What it's for is Google uses that data to evaluate these videos. And that's really, really important to me because it keeps me on the air. So if you help me out, I'd appreciate it. All right, HVAC package special heating systems. Let's get started. Thanks. This video is on special heating systems. The first one we're going to look at is baseboard heating. Baseboard heating is used in colder climates to kind of offset some of the general cold air coming in from the external of the building, or just from conductance. Could be from anything. So these baseboard heaters, basically, they can look all kinds of different ways. This just happens to be one, but they can be too high, they can be very high, and they're normally a set length, and you just connect them together to get what you want. But what happens, these have a heater element running down the length of them, and it's got an opening port down here, it's got an opening port up here. So as this heating element heats up, it naturally induces air because heat rises. So it induces cold air off the floor and puts the hot air up the top. There's no fans involved. This is just radiant baseboard heating. So the electric baseboard heaters are 200 watt to 300 watt per foot, 2 foot to 8 foot length segments, 120 volt, 208 volt, 240 volt, 277 volt, and 460 volt. Integrated to a control system, or have separate wall thermostats, or some of them have separate thermostats right here that will control it right locally. Baseboard heaters used all over the place, lots of them. Then we have electric cabinet heaters. They're essentially the same thing, except instead of a long cylinder thing, they're in a square thing. And many of these also have fans. So they're wall-mounted spot heaters, 0.5 to 2 kW, so they're small heaters. They'd be used for small rooms or small entry areas or things like that. See them in a lot of small restrooms. This is an under-cabinet heater. It's designed to heat underneath like a kitchen cabinet or a work cabinet. It's 0.5 to 2 kW in size, and just what happens here is it's got a heating element down here, and it draws in the air. It's got a little fan and blows out hot air on the other side, so it's pretty effective. And then we have normal, what we call cabinet heaters, which are designed for vestibules. So the heat, when the doors open there, they give the heat. So these can have a lot bigger. They're wall mounted. They're 2 to 24 kW, so they can be really large. And these are normally flush mounted, but they can also be surface mounted, depending on the model number you get. And then there's ceiling mounted spot heaters, and these are 0.5 to 5 kW, and they just basically sit in the ceiling. Or these actually could be in the wall also, but they're designed for ceiling because they don't have controls on them. And they have self-contained thermostats, or else they can be run off a wall set. And then there's a electric radiator, which is trying to take the place of an old steam type radiator, but normally used in areas where radiant heat will do. Yeah, or if a lot of times they're used in restrooms, like for towel warmers and things like that. They can be integrated to a DDC system, or they can have their own separate wall thermostats, either way. And of course, again, 120, 208, 240, 277 volt. Most of them come up to be 277 volt in a commercial building, because that's one leg of the 480 volt that gives the highest voltage on the units. And then there's the ceiling tile spot heaters. And what these are is a radiant heater. It's a piece of aluminum that looks like a ceiling tile. They paint it to look like a ceiling tile, and on the top of it, it's got electric heating elements on it. And this one has to have a wall thermostat. These from 375 to 750 watts. They're only intended to be above a door, above a window or something where they want to just heat that, and it's done by radiant heating. It's not have a fan or anything, so it just radiates the warm air down into the space. And they're 120, 280, 240, and 277 volt. And of course, they have to have a wall thermostat. They can't have an integral thermostat on them. Electric unit heaters, several different types. There's horizontal, which come 3 to 25 kW. So it can be quite large. And these are designed to hang in a warehouse area or something like that. They have a fan that draws air across the heat element, blows out to the space. We have vertical units, which instead of going horizontal, they go straight down. And these can be 5 to 50 kW, so these could be a whole lot larger. They integrated or wall thermostat, so they can't have a thermostat on them that actually is near the return air stream, which sucking it in, and that will actually work. Then we have radiant heaters, and these electric unit heaters can be quartz lamps because they're actually radiant. You'll see these a lot used where someone has to stand outside in cold weather, and they'll put one of these down to shine down on the person to keep them warm, even though there's no enclosure. And this is basically the electric heater devices that we use for package unit systems. Anyway, that was a really short video, just trying to catch up with all the small things we didn't include in the other videos. So I thank you for being a subscriber. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, and I'll catch you on the others. Thanks.